Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-May 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. Welcome, fellow Geminis. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close for you, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at just general what's going to happen to the end of May. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message for our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions. We're going to take a look at your crystal of the month and do a healing note. Let's see what we have here though for summary card. Again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card Stretch. When I see this card, it's typically things are just more challenging than they usually are. You're having to work a little bit harder to do something. You're having to stretch to accomplish something, Gemini. So possibly things, again, have just been a little bit more challenging than they typically would have been these last few weeks or month. Let's go ahead and take a look at what messages we have coming through here. The first card we have is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a card of having lots of different options, many different things going on, but it can sometimes be commitment issues. So if you take a look at this card, there's something different in every single cup. So again, there's just lots of options. There are lots of different things going on, and that can make it really challenging for us to commit. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a really great money card. It's a card of leaving a legacy, retirement, inheritance. It could be like a large lump sum of money as well too. So some of you could have been coming across money, or this is just like an indicator that you're doing the correct thing for long-term money. The next card that we have is the Knight of Wands. I really like when I see the Knight of Wands. It's a very free-spirited card. It's a very creative card. But typically when I see this card, you have some sort of new freedom or ability to do something that you didn't have the ability or freedom to do before. Well, let's see what clarifying messages we have here. The first clarifying card we have is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. For some people, it could be being in the spotlight, so you could be getting recognized. But I will say, as it relates to this decision or this thing that we're potentially being non-committal about, Gemini, this is an indicator that it's like confirmation that you're going to be going on the right path, or you made the right decision even though you had a lot of options when you made this decision. It's going to be renewing you, it's going to give you that hope, it's going to give you that new energy. So rest assured that you did go on the right path there, you did make the right decision. So you don't need to be feeling non-committal if you still are. The next card we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is very much so a love card. It's very romantic, very much so partnership, proposal, marriage. It does feel like this money is family related. So again, think like inheritance or gifts from loved ones. It could be employment with that Ten of Pentacles, but this really, again, feels to be connected to love, family, friends, some sort of existing partnership there. The next card that we have is the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. So likely something has happened in the last few weeks, Gemini, where it just didn't play out the way you wanted it to play out. But again, it is going to end really well for you with this Knight of Wands, that very free-spirited, that very creative energy. So again, things maybe did not happen the way you wanted them to when we see the Tower card. Think of this as like you wanted A, B, C, and D, E, F happened. But taking you to a good place paired on top of that Knight of Wands. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, what's going to happen through the end of May. We have the card Influence. I always like to see the Influence card. It's such a good reminder of how much influence you do have over things, Gemini, but also a good reminder to be focusing on things that are within your influence. But let's go ahead and read through and see what messages we have. Again, this is through the end of May. first card that we have is the the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. If you take a look at this card, they didn't build a wall, but they almost created a fence where they're filtering in good things and keeping out bad things. I will say this is also a card of persistence too, so there may be something that you feel like you're having to continue to push and be really persistent on there, Gemini. Of course, we'll clarify. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork, commerce, expansion, travel. I do think quite a few of you will be doing some traveling going into the end of the month, Gemini. But expansion is also really sticking out pretty strong here. I don't know, some of you are trying to grow your business, trying to grow your family. Maybe you're hiring new people at work. I feel growth. Growth is a message that's coming through pretty strong on that Three of Wands card, Gemini. Then at the bottom here, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of loss, regret, grief, feeling unloved. It's a card of really low feelings. You see this person's dressed in black. They're facing away from us. Their head's hanging down, and they're almost grieving these cups. Some of you could be losing a family friend, coworker, pet going into the end of May, unfortunately. We'll take a look at this though. There could be something else though that you're just feeling down about. It may or may not be a loss of someone. But let's see what clarifying messages we have here for you, Gemini. The first clarifying card we have is the Two of Wands. We do have a lot of wand cards coming through right off the bat for going into the end of May. And just as a reminder, wand cards are typically fire signs, and it's also very much so creative, so just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. But Two of Wands on top of our Nine of Wands. So with the Two of Wands, this is a card of waiting for results, having to make a choice. This is also travel, so again, you've had multiple travel cards come up, Gemini. But this is like saying that things could be waiting, and this is saying be persistent. So as things take longer than you expect them to, or don't play out exactly the way you expect them to, just keep that in mind that we're going to want to keep pushing there, keep moving forward. Focus on the things that you have influence on, focus on being persistent, because you may or may not have control over that wait. You may not have influence over the amount of time something is taking. The next card that we have is the Queen of the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a very nurturing card, a very healing card, a very supportive card. I do feel like this is going to be tied to that Five of Cups. Definitely some healing that needs to be done. It's on top of that Three of Wands, so and this is definitely connecting into the expansion that we were talking about with the Three of Wands. You are trying to grow something, but it's like support needs to happen here. And to be completely honest, Gemini, this is coming through mixed. It's like some of you are supporting yourself and some of you are seeking support on this expansion. So just keep that in mind. Then at the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. For those of you that have watched or listened to my readings before, you know that the Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It's a card of good fortune, turning point, good luck, all wonderful things. So for those of you that are feeling low or possibly grieving, it does feel like there will be a turning point here. Unfortunately with grieving, there's no real set amount of time there, but for those of you that are experiencing low feelings related to something else, the Wheel of Fortune is going to indicate a turning point pretty quickly to more positive times there for you. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. The first card we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, Gemini, this is a card of newness. In the case of Ace of Swords, it's typically a new idea, new mental clarity. It does feel like some of you are, again, pursuing a business or hoping to expand in your current role. We'll clarify that card though, but again, growth is the word that continues to keep coming through for you. The next card that we have is the Hermit card. I always like the Hermit card. This is like a good reminder to check in with yourself. If you see this light here, this is the light that's within you, Gemini. The Hermit is about going within for clarity. It's being on a quest of personal truth and spiritual illumination. This is about like doing what feels right for you, doing what fulfills you, doing what makes you happy. So do make sure that like you're in a job that's fulfilling you and you feel like you're making financial choices for your greater good. It's always that card to like make sure that you are really enjoying what you're doing. The next card that we have is the Page of Wands. This is a very active card. It's very creative. It's like a new project or new idea. You do have these two newness cards coming in. So definitely there's going to be some sort of shift as it relates to your job or money. It could be a new job. It could be a new project. It could be, again, going back to that expansion. But definitely growth is the word coming through there. Let's take a look at our clarifying cards. Really good money spread coming through here as we clarify Gemini. The first card we have is the Ten of Pentacles. We had the Ten of Pentacles earlier in the reading, so definitely some large lump sum of money coming through for some of you. With the Ten of Pentacles, though, this is about leaving a legacy. It's retirement, inheritance, that lump sum of money. Some of you could be retiring, which is really exciting. Maybe that's that growth. Maybe you'll be retiring from a corporate job, starting your own business. You could be retiring in general. There could be new inheritance coming in for you or some sort of lump sum of money. Or as you take a look at some of you moving into a new job, this is like, again, saying that you're doing the right thing long-term money-wise when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles. So this new thing, maybe it's retirement, maybe it's a lump sum of money, maybe it's a new job, looking really, really good. The next card that we have is the Ace of Cups. Again, anytime we have an Ace card, it is a card of newness. With the Ace of Cups, this is typically new baby, new relationship, new proposal, new marriage. I want to kind of hone in on relationship, partnership, proposal. Definitely there will be some sort of new opportunity coming for you with all of these new cards in the mix, Gemini. New is kind of the message here. But this can also come in the form as a new business partner, new relationship as it relates to money, new financial advisor. But yeah, just make sure that you're, again, checking in with yourself, and whatever this new thing is, make sure it's feeling good for you, that you're on your path and you're doing what you're here to do, Gemini. The next card we have is the Ace of Pentacles. So again, anytime we have that Ace card, it is a card of newness. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income, some sort of new money. So definitely some new money cards sprinkled out throughout here, lump sum of money type energy. This does feel to be new. You have two new cards paired together. So definitely something really wonderful coming through, and money coming through possibly from employment and outside of employment, Gemini. The next column we have is the love column. So think anything about family, friends, relationships, children, anything that you associate with love. Oh my gosh, look at more of those Ace cards side by side here. The first card that we have is the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance, harmony, moderation, patience. Something in love feels out of balance for you right now, Gemini, and this is good because it's saying that going into the end of May, that's going to be correcting for you. There will be more balance, there will be more harmony. Maybe you've been really busy and you just haven't had a lot of time for your relationship. I know I've been traveling a lot, so I feel like my relationship is out of whack for that reason. It just feels like things are out of balance, Gemini, but this is a good indicator that things will be coming back into balance as it relates to love, family, friends, children. The next card we have is the Ace of Pentacles. We were just talking about the Ace of Pentacles. This is, again, anytime we have an Ace card is newness, but this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. When I see this card, it's oftentimes family money. So again, I'm seeing money coming outside of employment and money coming from employment, but there's also this family money card coming in. So again, that could be that type of inheritance or retirement or spouse getting a new job. There's like money coming from all directions, it seems like, in this reading, Gemini. Then we have the Ace of Cups. We just talked about the Ace of Cups here as well. This is, again, a card of newness, new baby, relationship, marriage, proposal. If you are single hoping to be in a relationship, this is a great card for you. If you're hoping to get engaged or married, this is a great card for you. If you're hoping to have a baby, this is a wonderful card for you. So lots and lots of new, super wonderful things coming to you, Gemini. The first clarifying card that we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident and very self-assured. This is an interesting mix with the Temperance and the Queen of Wands coming through here. But some of you, I feel like, I don't know, things have just been too busy to, I think, even like sit down and think about your relationship. And again, that's kind of a weird message. Like those cards together don't necessarily say that, but that's what I'm getting, is like it's almost been too busy to even realize that you have been disconnected or you've been busy. So though make sure you're taking time for the relationship. You're gonna feel it rebalance, but you may not have known it was out of balance, Gemini. I guess that's what I'm getting at here. The next card that we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of loss, regret, feeling abandoned. We had the Five of Cups earlier too. Some of you, again, could be losing a family, friend, pet. Unfortunately, that loss card does keep coming up. There is, like, again, it could just be low feelings. And these could be the feelings of your spouse too, especially if they're moving to a new job. There is possibility though that somebody could be passing that would result in some money for you too, in the form of an inheritance or trust of something in that fashion. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles, or excuse me, Seven of Cups. Another repeat card. We had the Seven of Cups in this reading earlier too. So many things going on, Gemini, all over with that Seven of Cups. That's, again, having lots of different options. Could potentially be commitment issues. If we take a close look at this card, there's something different in every cup. For those of you that are entering into a relationship, I'm getting the feeling that you're feeling hesitant. So do be careful and make sure you're processing those feelings, because you could be coming across as non-committal. But again, more than anything, the Seven of Cups is just reflecting how much is going on for you. Now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or a spirit guide, something to carry into the end of May with us. We have the card space. I do feel like some of you feel like you need some space, Gemini. Don't ever hesitate to give yourself the time and space to think, to react, to feel. The first card we have is the Chariot. The Chariot is the vroom vroom card. It means that there's action, there's change, you're on a journey. It means that things are moving. You may need to take time and space to let some of this process, because you're kind of like in this go, go, go mode, it feels like, Gemini. The next card that we have is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having many burdens. If you look at this person, they're carrying all these wands, they're like hunched over crying into these wands. There's so much going on. Again, I was just saying, you're in this like go, go, go type energy. So do make sure you're taking time for yourself, give yourself space and rest, Gemini. The next card that we have is the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. I feel like you're really like caught up in your thoughts and feelings right now. There's just so much going on, and it's like, this is like feeling like whirlwind type energy of everything that's going on. Let's clarify this column. The message, of course, being pretty clearly coming through that you need to give yourself some time and space here, Gemini. We have the Ace of Swords. Again, we had the Ace of Swords earlier, those ace cards being newness. This is new idea, new mental clarity. There's no doubt that you're on this journey. There's action, change, and there's new things popping up all over the place for you, Gemini. We have the Three of Wands next, which is again that expansion. We already knew that was happening. Things are moving, things are growing, things are expanding. You have so much going on. Again, make sure you're taking good care of yourself, resting, giving yourself space. Then at the bottom here, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very bold, very powerful, very charming. And this is going back to this other card that we had, Influence. It's about focusing on what you can control. You can't control how long something takes. You can't control how other people react or respond. So don't get caught up in the whirlwind that we're feeling with the Devil card and all these things going on. Focus on what you can control. You have a lot of power, but it's about thinking about where you can use your power and influence, Gemini. Now at this point in time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the 2 of clubs. This is number 46 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 2 of spades. This is number 34 card. That's going to be a yes. And for question number 3, we have the 8 of hearts. This is number 36 card. That's going to be a no. So no, yes, no for you, Gemini. If you watched our video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck. This is your crystal for the month. You had fluorite, which is good for order, structure, helps you with the ability to say no, gives you clarity of thought, helps you have a healthy ego. We can have this really pretty piece of fluorite sitting here for you, Gemini. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. This is a note to carry into the end of the month with you as well. Love creates miracles, heals all wounds, and purifies all energies. Thank you so much, Gemini, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, when you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Gemini, and have a wonderful rest of your May.